Black Americans in Los Angeles deal with a lot of discrimination, not just from the folks, but also the state of California, who is anti-FBA, because they prefer foreign nationals over black people, especially in the area of hiring. I want you to listen to our sister here and how she talks about how FBAs have a hard time getting a job in Los Angeles.
When it comes to the job market in LA or California, there's a huge discrimination issue going on with Black Americans. Employers are not willing to hire Black Americans even if they are qualified. Even if they're overly qualified, they're still not willing to hire them. There's a hidden agenda at play here. And it's been going on for quite some time that organizations started to pick this up and investigate it. There's an organization in Los Angeles called the Los Angeles Black Worker Center, where they're currently investigating the discrimination that Black Americans are facing in the job industry in Los Angeles. But they're also providing resources and access to better wages and opportunities. We've seen an increase of employers only wanting to hire people from the Hispanic community, and there's nothing wrong with that because people have to work and provide for their family, but they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it with the intention to control, because when it comes to fighting for injustices or speaking up about certain things, they feel like the Hispanic community is not going to speak up because they're normally quiet. And like we know, when it comes to fighting for injustices or speaking up, Black Americans are always on the forefront fighting for change. Black Americans are always the ones speaking up for everybody, fighting for change. But they feel like with the more Hispanics that they hire, it's easier to control them because some of the times they're undocumented, so they won't cause any problems. They can pay them less. They can mistreat them, disrespect them all they want. They're not going to cause any problems. And that's another issue at play. The other issue is that other people of color are not willing to speak up for Black Americans whatsoever. The only time they speak up to help Black Americans is when they see Black Americans have an advantage that they don't have. Take affirmative action, for example. When they believed that Black Americans were getting into Ivy League students based off affirmative action, when that really wasn't the case. The only time that other people of color speak up is when they see Black Americans have an advantage that they don't have. Otherwise, they are silent. It also seems like there's an issue to keep Black Americans at entry-level positions as well, and to bully them so they have a harder time moving up in the ranks. Platforms like Indeed and LinkedIn need to do a better job at regulating if these companies are really hiring or not. Because what these companies are doing are they're using LinkedIn and Indeed as a social media tool. They're posting that they're hiring and doing all these paying for the promo, but it's really a marketing tool when they're really not hiring. It seems like LA or California is trying to push Black Americans out, and they're starting with the job industry.
And this is why a lot of FBAs are leaving California in droves. Some of them are coming to the great state of Texas, where I'm at. And I always say all the FBAs is welcome in the great state of Texas. Do you know that Texas has the largest population of FBAs? I mean, I hope you know that. And it'd be great to have y'all in Houston, Dallas. You know, that's definitely two places that we're at. And in any of the areas, surrounding areas. If some of you want to come from California, some of you great brothers and sisters, right? And you have more opportunity. Look, a place like Houston, let me tell my California people something. A place like Houston, it'll motivate you because you'll see Black people doing very well in Houston. Very, very well in the surrounding area. And the opportunities you couldn't have in Los Angeles, you'll have here. Now, yes, California has some nice weather. Don't get me wrong, the weather is nice. Some of those places like Laguna Beach and all those places are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But once you get over that, the reality of California, no. California to me is only good for a weekend trip, maybe spending a week. It's fine. Enjoy yourself and come right back to Texas or anywhere else that we're going to be, right? So that's really what that is, because they are very discriminatory toward FBAs in Los Angeles, and they have a lot of foreign nationals there who are hostile toward Black Americans. And I know some of my brothers and sisters are holding it down over there, but I'm a firm believer that everybody need to come back to the South. That is your ancestral homeland in America anyway, is the South. Now, I understand in Chicago, we do need to hold that down because there's a million plus of us in Chicago, and we started that city. We need to hold that down. But when it comes to Los Angeles, California, I just kind of shake my head about that one because we're way too outnumbered. And that's the biggest issue and problem. You need to come with your numbers there. Chicago, you got numbers over there. Houston, Dallas, you got numbers. Atlanta, you got numbers. New Orleans, you got numbers. Charlotte, you got numbers. Go to places where we have numbers and just learn the mistakes from there and then be on that train like, hey, where Trump at? Mass deportations. Because trust me, all you FBAs that want to hold it down in Los Angeles, y'all need to be calling Tom Homan to come to L.A. Y'all need to be calling Tom Homan like they did in Chicago. Y'all need a Los Angeles Flips Red or something. Y'all need that over there and tell ICE to come over there because that's the only way that y'all even maybe have some relief, right? Because a lot of them over there that's those foreign nationals, a lot of them are illegal. And the bad part is your state don't want to follow the law, and that's why Tom Homan need to put some charges on all them officials.